So, from farm to fintech, from investment to consumption to disposable income, this budget focused on all areas. Talking about Viksit Bharat, how do you think it has laid a blueprint for it?
I would like to congratulate Honorable Prime Minister and Honorable Finance Minister for coming out with a dream budget. This is an amazing budget. It has practically every sector has been covered in a very thoughtful manner. Every part of the economy, whether it is investment, whether it is manufacturing, whether it is productivity at the farm level, whether it is new opportunities for youth, whether it is technology, each and every sector has been covered in this in a very thoughtful manner. Education, healthcare, every sector has been covered. This budget will also be known as a dream budget because while giving all these benefits and while making such a big investment, the fiscal deficit has also been brought under control. The middle class families will be really benefited because up to 12 lakh annual income, there won't be any income tax. That means the families can now have better amenities at home, better facilities. They can spend more on the children, spend more on getting a better house. It's going to be a very good thing for the entire economy, I would say, and it will be a multiplier for the economy.
So, talking specifically about your ministries now, and I remember as a new parliamentarian, you've always been talking about the importance of entrepreneurship. And today, if we say the kind of announcements that we had for deep tech startups, the assistance for startups, how do you see the entrepreneurship ecosystem growing in India with this budget?
It's a very important thing because entrepreneurs are the ones who give jobs, who create employment, who really put in their sweat and heart in creating some new solutions for the world, for the society. And that's why it's very important that the entire Startup India program, which has been a great success throughout the last 11 years, has now taken a new shape, new form, and the entire world is recognizing this. The deep tech community, which is where the current focus is on, that's where large number of new researches, new technologies are getting created, and they will define the course of the economy in the coming years. So that's why there is so much focus on getting the deep techs funded properly, getting mentorships for them, making sure that the tier 2 and tier 3 cities also get the opportunities. Just recently, we started a STPI in a very remote district of Odisha. So imagine that kind of approach our Prime Minister has taken. He believes that we should have the equal opportunities for everywhere in the country, and Prime Minister always tells us we must focus on democratizing technology. Democratizing technology means access to technology and access to research and access to the resources must be available across the country, not just in the few large cities or in the handful of entrepreneurs. So that's a very important approach, and that approach has really helped us. If you look at the AI mission, we have created a common compute facility. Common compute facility, the entire world is noticing it because investing government funds and getting the private investment with it and creating a 18,000 GPU data center or series of data centers, compute facility. Imagine the power it will give to our startups, to our entrepreneurs, to our researchers, to our academicians. They'll be able to really use the best of the best compute resources for trying out their models, testing new algorithms, doing new researches, creating. So, I mean, that approach is very important.
Absolutely, sir. And the world is navigating the labyrinth of AI. And why I say labyrinth, because there are merits as well as demerits. The Prime Minister always talks about the ethical use of AI. The budget also talks about creating a center of excellence for AI. How will that shape the ecosystem of AI in India?
That will have a very major impact on the ecosystem of AI because today the AI world will be driven by new research. New algorithms will come out, new algorithms which require much less compute compared to the older algorithms, which are much more efficient. Those will come out, and that will come out of research. That's why creating that center of excellence is very important. While we are very steadily focused on getting the compute, getting the applications, getting the foundation model, getting the talent in place, simultaneously, we must also have that futuristic research also going on. That's why the Center of Excellence is very important.
So, Finally, talking about railways, sir, the capex has remained the same, of course, but you've always maintained that the focus is going to be on safety of passengers and, of course, enhancing the capacity as well. What are the other areas, particularly talking about manufacturing also?
A huge impetus to railway because of the high capital allocation, high capex allocation that has come in the budget. And I thank Honorable Prime Minister and Honorable Finance Minister for this. 2,52,000 crore rupees capital allocation. It's amazing. It's very big, very huge. And this will give us that momentum which is there in building new tracks, renovating the older tracks, getting new coverage installed. 10,000 locomotives we are installing coverage, getting the electrification completed. It will become 100% this year. We will be manufacturing 50 new Namo Bharat trains for short distance, 200 new Vande Bharat trains for medium distance, 100 new Amrit Bharat trains, which are all for the low income families, entirely non-AC. Those trains will be manufactured, 100 more. We are going to do 1,000 more flyovers and underpasses. 1,300 stations are already under construction, and we'll also be crossing 3 major milestones in the coming days. We'll become among the very few, just maybe 2 countries who carry more than 1.5 billion tons of cargo. We'll be crossing 1.6 billion tons of cargo this year. Second, we'll be crossing the landmark of achieving the landmark of 100% electrification. Third, we'll be crossing that milestone of 3 lakh crore revenue for railways, and doing all this while maintaining the affordability of railways. The subsidy given to passengers is of the order of 58,000 crore. 58,000 crore. That is the order of subsidy. Basically, if the cost of transporting is 100 rupees, ticket is about 50 rupees. That is the kind of subsidy which is being given. That's a social obligation. So while keeping affordable, and that is where the middle class gets the benefit from multiple ways, right?
Absolutely.
Metro, middle class gets the benefit. Better railway network, middle class gets the benefit. IITs get doubled, middle class gets the benefit. AIMS get doubled, the middle class gets benefit, right?
Absolutely, sir. And your closing thoughts on the force multiplier or the multiplier effect of this budget on the overall economic growth of India?
Huge force multiplier. See, investment is a major economic multiplier. Combine that with growth in demand, it's a huge multiplier. Third, laying the foundation for future by investing in productivity, investing in logistics, investing in research, investing in technology. So combined, if you look at this budget, this is a dream budget. This is a budget which really will help our economy grow in a very significant way. That's why it's a force multiplier. And I thank Honorable Prime Minister and Honorable Finance Minister for this great budget. It's a phenomenal budget. It's a dream budget.